Okay, just to understand, to have an idea, imagine that the price of the bond is equal to 100, and this bond gives you a value in money at the end of the year equal to 110. This implies an interest rate equal to 10%. But if you have an excess of demand for this bond, uh, and if you have an increase in prices, for instance, to 105 because of the excess of demand in this market, this this bond at the end of the year will give you 110. This implies that the interest rate will reduce and will be around 5%. It will be lower, but around 5%. This is the relation between the bond price and the interest rate. But if we write again we draw again the money demand and money supply fixed by the central bank, equilibrium is here. Now suppose that on the contrary the interest rate go down at 11 I second. At 11 I second you have an excess of money demand respect to money supply. So if the interest rate is in 2, this implies that money demand is greater than money supply, but it's the same of asserting that the bond supply is greater than bond demand for the same reason we have seen before. And if this is true, if there is an excess of supply and bond demand, then will have a decrease in bond price, which is equivalent to assert that we have an increase in interest rate. And actually, if the interest rate is a prime, we will observe through the financial market an increase in interest rate toward the equilibrium value and the restore of the equilibrium on the market. Another thing we can see is that if how the real GDP can affect the money demand. If you have an increase in GDP, money demand will shift from the left because money demand will be higher for each level of the interest rate, and at the same time a reduction in GDP will increase, shift on the right of the money demand. Uh, so the equilibrium of the market can be analytically derived, supposing that money supply in real terms is equal to money demand in real terms. Solving this equation for the interest rate, we get interest rate equal to k over y, k over h y minus 1 over h, which multiplies the real money stock. This relation is the LM relation, which gives the relation between real GDP and income, which gives the in our money markets. You can see increase in real money stock as we know, uh, but we have again to show this the picture will lead to a decrease in the interest rate. How can visualize this uh, before to visualize the LM relation, we come back again to the money demand given the money market. This is money supply. So an expansionary monetary policy will be implemented by in the so-called market operation by the central bank. For instance, buying bond in the secondary market. This should lead to a shift to the right of real money stock to a new level, MS2, P, and this implies that respect to the previous interest rate I star, the new equilibrium interest rate will be lower, will be equal to I star 2. The reason why we have this reduction in interest rate is quite easy to understand, to be uh, understood, because if the central bank buy bond in the secondary market, bond price will increase, interest rate goes down. So this is the one channel of monetary policy that the monetary authority of the central bank can use. On the contrary, a restrictive monetary policy will shift the money supply to the left, leading to an increase in money in the interest rate. How can the central bank reduce the money supply selling bond? If if the central bank sells bond in the bond market, there is an excess of supply, so prices will go down, interest rate will go up, so the opposite results. So now we can consider again the LM relation. The LM relation is a relation between interest rate and income. I write it again. Interest rate equal to K of HY minus 1 of H for the real stock. We can write this relation on the space interest rate income. This relation has a positive slope, and this is our LM relation. Actually, you have also this part because the intercept is minus 1 over h real stock, but we are interested just on the positive part because we assume that interest rate is nominal terms positive. So we are interested in the LM relation. The LM relation is a relation in which the money market is in equilibrium, implying that money demand is equal to money supply. If starting from this point of equilibrium, we assume, for instance, an increase in GDP, this increase in GDP will lead to an excess of demand for money, so the interest rate should increase to restore the equilibrium in the goods market. The final equilibrium will be at point B. Same can be imagined if we reduce income, so the interest rate should go down.